Hello and welcome to Dappz Live, the show where we talk about sports, laugh about sports. And if you're a Giants fan, what the fuck happened? I'm sorry. Get in the comments now, drop your questions, and we will answer them. Follow the page and be sure to DM us. Today, we've got the one and only Pam Bam going ham.
Hey everyone, I am back.
She's back.
I am back.
And she's back with the game of the year. The New York Giants have lost the game of the year to the Denver Broncos. Jaxson Dart, almost 300 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, but 1 costly interception, which gave the Broncos hope. Incredible all-around game. Second real test for Jaxson Dart after the Eagles win. He loses to the Saints. Very interesting up and down this year with Dart. People thought he was going to get dog-walked by this Broncos secondary. Pam, how real is Jaxson Dart?
First of all, I think Jaxson Dart is just, for his rookie year to be with the Giants, I just feel like he's going to need some therapy after the season. I think he needs some support somewhere else. But I think him and Scadaboo are a lot of fun to watch. I think they're going through their frat year.
Well, I mean, imagine what type of therapy he would need if he was on the other team in New York, the Jets. Do you like Jaxson Dart's chain, Pam?
I do. I think that he's trying to just maybe pop out on the scene. He's like the new kid on the block, so he wants to be taken serious. I feel like it's giving like Joe Burrow, but he's just taking a spin on it by wearing this diamond necklace, and I think he's just trying to make a statement. Again, he's like the new kid on the block. So I feel like when you're the new kid, you kind of got to go above and beyond and be like, no, take me seriously, and that is what Jaxson Dart is saying without his shirt on sometimes.
And he has looked pretty serious in the majority of the games that he's played so far. Really, really costly interception like we talked about. Yeah. Third quarter, the Giants are up 19-0. Somehow, this game ends 33-32. This is a 46-point quarter. So it goes from 19-0. Then with 2 minutes left, Broncos somehow go up 30-26. And then with 37 seconds left, the Giants are up 32-30. And then with 0 seconds left, the Broncos win the game by 1, all off a missed PAT. So again, it began with the deflected ricochet touchdown to Troy Franklin, freak touchdown. The Giants march down, score on their own deflected freak touchdown to Johnson. Bo Nix just starts running in touchdowns. First one goes in for 16-32 with 4 minutes left. Then Jaxson Dart starts to really suck. I mean, he threw this pick that was... It cost him the game. It really did, and you could see how emotional he was after the fact. But the Giants got a PI call that put them in to the red zone. So then Dart runs in a touchdown, and Hey Jude Makatemi, how do you say his name? Anyway, the Giants kicker missed the fucking PAT. The Broncos head down the field and kick a field goal to win the game. If you didn't watch this game, it was absolutely insane. I didn't even watch the first 3 quarters. I come in, Giants are down 26-9. I'm watching the Broncos about to score with 5 minutes left, and I'm like, all the Giants have to do is run the ball out. Obviously, they don't know how to do that because they're a New York football team, and there's no common sense. Bo Nix, what does Bryce say? Can you read that to me, Dill?
Bo Nix dropped 40 points in 1 quarter.
Bryce says Bo Nix dropped 40 points in 1 quarter. Absolutely unbelievable. 2 touchdowns thrown, 2 touchdowns rushed. Can a quarterback be good and suck at the same time, Pam?
I think you can be good and suck at many things at the same time. But I do want to say 2 things. One, I would love to know what it was like in the locker room for the Giants during that game, because I feel like they were on such a high and then they were on such a low. And then as for the Bo Nix thing, I also feel like, that saying, you have to respect your elders. I feel like Bo Nix came back and he's like, you know what, Jaxson Dart, respect your elders. I'm going to show you.
I'm 8 months older than you.
Yes.
All right?
I am your elder.
You're the little
And I feel
bro.
like that was the turnaround that we saw is Bo Nix turned on, and then Jaxson Dart literally crumbled. He got the willies. We saw it live.
He got the willie.
Yes, he got the willies.
So
and he got emotional. I got emotional for him. I felt bad for him.
Totally. I mean, Jaxson Dart, horrible pick at the end, like we said. Who do you think's a better quarterback as of this day right now, Bo Nix or Jaxson Dart, Pam?
Ooh. I think I'm still gonna go Jaxson Dart.
Okay. Jaxson Dart over Bo Nix.
Yeah. Because even though he's only 8 months older, I'm still.
All right, guys, get in the comments. Let us know. Who do you think is going to be better by the end of the season or the end of next season, Jaxson Dart or Bo Nix? Who are you going with? Remember, Bo Nix did lead the Broncos to the playoffs in his rookie season. Jaxson Dart maybe has the ability to do that this year. It's looking kind of tough with this record right now. And then we also have another comment. Can you read that to me again?
Bo Nix. Saquon says Bo Nix.
Bo Nix.
So that's it. Saquon says Bo Nix. That's it. Saquon, you don't have any other
That's his
color to
vote.
add?
You said to vote.
There you go. Listen, future of both teams, realistically, what can either of these teams do? They're clear runner-ups in their division with teams like the Chargers and well, what's funny is the Broncos are actually ahead of the Chargers and the Chiefs right now. I don't know if that'll hold up by the end of the season. A lot of fireworks for two teams that are going to scrape their way to a wild card berth. Jalen Hurts threw the ball. Philly, Minnesota, 28-22. Jalen Hurts finally threw the goddamn ball. And A.J. Brown is still unhappy. Pam, what is this guy's fucking problem?
You know, like how there's a saying, if you give the girl, if you give a girl the world, she's going to want the universe. And she's going to just keep wanting more and more and more. And I feel like that is A.J. Brown. Like, he's just so in his feminine energy. He's like, no, it's not enough. Like, I need more. It's just simply not enough. So I fear that no matter where A.J. Brown goes, nothing is going to be enough. So whatever he's got going on within himself, he probably should figure it out, because I guarantee you, if he started coming from a mindset of like, no, this is like great. This is a great game. Thank you guys so much. He's going to perform so much better, and he's going to appreciate being on the team so much more. And then he's going to be more of an asset to the team. That's my theory.
Well, I mean, Jalen Hurts throws for 326 yards, 3 touchdowns, hits A.J. Brown, hits Devontae Smith. I mean, Devontae had 183 yards and a tutty. A.J. Brown had 2 touchdowns on 121. I don't understand this team at all. They win the Super Bowl last year by 20 points against Patrick Mahomes, completely dominate them. This year, there's all this controversy and there's all this drama and there's all this reality television bullshit. Why? They're the best team. They should dominate every single game. They're keeping games close. They're criticizing each other. Jalen Hurts, by the way, the people who say Jalen Hurts isn't good aren't good at analyzing football. He has a Super Bowl and a Super Bowl MVP. He just threw for 300 yards against the Vikings, who have a very, very good defense. He has 2 elite receivers. If these guys can just get on the same page and stop bitching at each other, they're the best team in football. Again, Saquon Barkley, though, I don't know what's going on with Saquon. 18 carries, 44 yards. He does not have a game over 100 yards in any game this year and has had under 50 in half the games they've played. Okay? Pam, what the fuck is going on with Saquon Barkley?
Well, I think like what you just said right now, which is what is happening with the Eagles overall, right? So it seems like nobody is like seeing eye to eye. They're like not meshing well anymore for whatever reason. We don't know. I think everyone's maybe egos are getting too big, and maybe we're seeing Saquon Barkley start to crumble because he's not in an atmosphere that he can shine. Like, you are the energy that you attract. So what if he's just like, this isn't working for me, but he's on the team. So he's trying to do his best and still perform well in an environment that he probably doesn't want to be in.
Well, Saquon is a good spirit and a good energy. Bryce Press has a great call on this. He just said it's the Madden curse. And you can't escape the Madden curse. It gets you. No matter what, it's coming for you. You get on the cover of Madden, you're not playing well this year. And that's what happened to Saquon. Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't get injured. Let's talk about the Tush Push, though. They might have finally officiated it correctly this game. Pam, should we ban the Tush Push?
No, we should not ban the Tush Push. Everyone who complains about the Tush Push is just mad that their team doesn't do it. That's all it is. The Tush Push is going, I think they should leave it. Every single sport that you look at, some team is doing something that they maybe shouldn't be doing, that all the other teams are pointing the finger at. Like, you guys should stop it. They're just jealous that they're not doing it. They want to do it too. I guarantee you they all would start doing the Tush Push if they could get away with it.
Right. They're just, you can't be me is basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, the Vikings found a way to, I guess, defend it. Laying down, Dill? Laying down? Is that what they're doing now? They're just laying in the middle of the field. Justin Jefferson had a costly drop. He just lets go of the ball. He was in a presser afterwards, and they asked if, I think the defender, not Riley, what's his name? Coop DeJean. He basically, Justin Jefferson said, it was more of me dropping it than Cooper Jean defending it. I don't know if we'll know. He said he should have had a better grip on the ball. No disrespect to Cooper DeJean. Pam, do you feel bad at all for Justin Jefferson having to play in that godforsaken ice city of Minnesota.
I feel bad for anyone who has to play in Minnesota. I'm sorry, but like I could not physically play in that kind of weather.
As an LA girl, you need some sun.
Absolutely not. I could never. There's a reason why I've never left to go to any of these cold states because I physically feel like my body would shut down. So I feel for the players, honestly, who do have to play in those temperatures. And sure, I'm sure they have to train in it. They're used to it. But who knows? Maybe that just happened to be a day that just didn't work for him. So he just crumbled. And so, yes, I do feel for him.
Turns out laying down is not the way to defeat the Super Bowl champs. The Colts are real. I still don't want to admit it, but listen, their schedule this year is an absolute joke for the rest of the season. They're already 6-1. I don't see them not having 10 wins in any scenario. I think they probably will have more than 12 wins. They have to play teams like the Tennessee Titans, the Houston Texans. Bad teams, really bad teams. Colts are 6-1 without Peyton Manning, with Indiana Jones. They beat the shit out of the San Diego Chargers, who are from San Diego, not LA. Pam, give me your fashion thoughts before we get into the game on the mustard
Oh my gosh.
uniform. Did they remind you of any 1990s sort of television show?
Yes, the Power Rangers. Like, it's giving the Yellow Rangers. So whoever approved those uniforms has to be from the 90s. Like, you cannot tell me otherwise. Like, they approved it as a joke. I think that they were just trying to be funny. I think
the Power Rangers look better, by the way, than the Chargers.
They do, because the Chargers don't make sense looking like the Power Rangers. I couldn't take the game serious. I'm going to be honest. I was laughing. I was like, why are they wearing that?
Well, I said like that if they had a little bit of style, you got to go blue pants, yellow jersey, and you need a yellow helmet.
They could have done so much more.
You can't go yellow, white helmet. It's absolutely hideous.
Like the Power Rangers.
Powder blue pants, yellow tops, yellow helmet. Okay? Or blue helmet. I don't know what they're going to do.
You see your little thingamabob that's right there, like in front of you? The little red guy?
Yeah, the little red guy?
Yeah, that little red guy. That is the Chargers. They were like
Iron
in
Man,
all yellow.
whatever, no big deal.
Like you gotta break up the colors. It can't just be one color. It's almost, what's that one show? Squid Games. They're all in like one color. You can't do that. You gotta break it up. Yes, powder blue and then yellow. Or like a little more white even. But just like it just looked like the Pirates.
One of the weirdest parts of all of this is that we're in Los Angeles, where all the fucking fashionistas are supposed to be.
That's why I think it was a joke. It is Halloween.
Who designed this thing?
It's Halloween. I'm blaming it on Halloween.
Listen, the Colts beat a good team in the Chargers, and they dominated them. It wasn't really close. Herbert was making a comeback at the end, but their defense actually was just too much for him. What can we say? JT, over 100 yards combined and 3 touchdowns. Pam, do you think Jonathan Taylor is the best running back in the league?
I think he may be outshining a lot of people that you could argue might be better. And I think the reason for that is whatever is happening with the Colts. I don't know, like with the combination with Indiana Jones, like also like being a star. I feel like whatever is happening there, everyone is starting to play at their top performance. And I think that's why the Colts, I would say, is the team that you want to look out for. Because what's going to happen is the more they keep winning, the more they're going to realize like whatever they've got going on there, it's working. And I think that's why you're seeing people like him perform at like a higher level than you probably would have expected.
Yeah, now the question is, what are the Chargers going to do moving forward? I mean, listen, they're still 4-3. They still have a winning record. They're in a very tough division. They don't look solid. They came out and they looked really, really good to start the year. And last couple games, very, very, very shifty. What is Madison Beer going to do if the Chargers end up third in their division? Does this relationship continue, Pam? Would you stand by your man if he was third in the division?
Absolutely. I'm loyal to the soil. Mm-hmm. You got to be there during those low times. And if she is a good partner, she would do what Haley Steinfeld, right? Steinfeld. Mm-hmm. What she did, which is she made Josh Allen feel like he was much more than just a football player. And because of that, he is playing. So I think he's been having a strong season. Sure, maybe the Bills haven't like overall been performing the best, but he's had a good season so far. So if Madison Beer is a good girlfriend, then she's going to support her man no matter what.
Love that answer. Love it. I don't
if
know
not,
if
I don't know. Jaxson Dart's looking good over there too.
Yeah, it's an LA relationship. We'll see how long it lasts. I'll be surprised if it does 4 months. Okay. NFL quick hits. Raiders Chiefs. The Raiders suck. The Chiefs do not. Rashee Rice comes back, scores 2 touchdowns immediately. Only 42 yards, but This was his first 2-touchdown game, which is kind of surprising. But, with his extracurricular off-field activities, I don't think we're really surprised. They did whatever the fuck they wanted to the Raiders, including faking them out on 4th down. Pam, are the Chiefs going to win the Super Bowl again?
No. They played a bad team, so let's start with that. I don't think the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. I don't even think they're going to make it to the Super Bowl, actually. Hot take. I don't think they'll make it. I think that they just found their mojo and they're playing well again, but I don't think it's going to be enough to take them all the way, to be honest. But good for them. I'm glad that they figured out because they had the first half this year, the first start of the season wasn't looking so good for them. I honestly thought that was like the end of an era. So I think they'll be a good team. I do not think they're going to win the Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
Let's talk about a bad team. The New York Jets. Pam, could the Jets be the worst team of all time?
They're looking like it. They are really looking like it. I don't know why they're still in the NFL. I said this last time. I'm going to say it again. A team like the Jets is making me wonder why there is no relegation like they do in other sports, because I think that there's certain teams that maybe would want to consider going down a notch to figure it out. So sell the team, sure, but why even keep the team? Maybe they need to just go on timeout. Maybe put them on timeout.
I'm not the one to usually say this, but I genuinely think there might be a college football team that could beat the Jets, and
they need to go on timeout
and
knock them out of the NFL,
and not because of size or strength. Obviously, the Jets have more elite athletes, but when it comes to discipline and doing the right thing on the actual field and being smart, the Jets just don't have it. So a well-disciplined college team could 100% beat the New York Jets. I mean, Justin Fields got popped, late hit. He also got benched. They're 0-7. I mean, people are asking if they should tank. What are you talking about? Should they tank? They are tanking. And they're not even tanking. Tanking, let me define tanking for you. Tanking is when you're like, oh, our record isn't good. Let's keep losing to get a better pick. The Jets are trying to win, and they're losing. They're not capable of winning. They're not tanking. And by the way, they're not tanking the rest of the season. We'll lose every game, and that's not tanking.
So what would you say they should do? Just give up and see what happens?
Maybe
if they stop trying so hard, they won't be so in their head, and maybe they'll win.
Caleb Williams says, how about my defense carrying me to a 4-0 win streak this week? Caleb Williams, congratulations, bro. Your Bears look great. Ben Johnson, great hire. That's a hire the Jets would never make because that would be intelligent. Garrett Wilson needs a new team. Goddamn right, Bryce. Hot take head coach and Tua fired from Miami. Listen, the Jets need to fire their entire coaching staff. They need to fire their entire front office. They need to sell the team to somebody who's competent. Some rich New York billionaire is who I prefer, who's an actual Jets fan. I mean, listen, the Mets, as disappointing as they are, got Steve Cohen, billionaire, owner, lifelong Mets fan. They're putting a product out there that, at minimum, played the Dodgers in the National League Championship Series last year. Catastrophic meltdown this year, but at the same time, at least they're near the playoffs. This team, the New York Jets, hasn't made the playoffs in 15 years, and guess what? They're 0-7 this year. It's not like they're getting better or close to making the playoffs. The only team that might be more pathetic than the Miami Dolphins is the New York Jets. And by the way, Tua, 100 yards and 3 interceptions. This guy looks like he's in another fucking universe, alternate reality. Mike McDaniels said everything is on the table. He announced this morning that Tua will remain the starter, which, again, at this point, throw Zach Wilson in there. I don't know what to do. Pam, do you think that Zach Wilson or Quinn Ewers, the two backups on the Dolphins, deserve a chance with Tua playing so bad?
I say why not? Like, why not give another guy a chance, see what happens? I feel like you'll be surprised what people do with, like, that one shot you give them. What's that one? Eminem sings a song, like, I only got one shot, one opportunity.
Quinn Ewers.
Everything I ever wanted.
Yeah. I mean, I think Zach Wilson already had his one-shot opportunity, but it was with the Jets, so that got ruined.
Yeah, you got to run it back sometimes.
And let's just be reminded, Pam, that Tua signed him the Dolphins signed Tua last year to a $200 million deal. So this is not somebody who's some schlub off the streets they picked up. They believed in this guy. This does not look good. Not quite Deshaun Watson, but we are approaching the Deshaun zone. The other fraudulent team of the week, Duval, the Jags, 35-7 loss to the Rams in London. Stafford and Devontae carve this vaulted defense apart. Listen, the Jags suck. You guys suck. You're not good. I can't believe you did what you did against the Chiefs, but not impressive. We thought the AFC was going to be between Jacksonville and Indy. It's not. Pam, do you have anything to say about Trevor Lawrence and his long gold shine locks?
I don't have too much to add on Trevor Lawrence right now. I just think that yeah, they got to figure that out because they had one good game. I enjoyed watching them in one of the games.
Not Jacob says, love the skits, by the way. I think he saw our skits yesterday, Pam.
Oh, thank you.
And Bryce said Judkins ran over the Miami Dolphins defense, obviously. Listen, the Raiders, Jets, Dolphins should all just give up. Jacksonville, keep going, but not sure what for because you're not beating the Colts. Shohei Ohtani is a god. Friday night, we saw the greatest baseball game ever played. 3 home runs. One was 469 feet, 10 strikeouts in 6 innings. These are little league numbers against the best players in the world. A colleague compared him to KD, as we mentioned last week. That is incorrect. Pam, who would you compare Shohei Ohtani to, another pro athlete?
Here's the thing. It's like, how do you compare him to any athlete in any sport? Honestly, like, think about Beyonce or Taylor Swift. Anytime people try and compare them, like, people freak out because they're both so talented in like their own like specific genre of music, right? Shohei Ohtani is doing something that we just never have seen before. We've never seen what he is doing done before. And to be fair, Shohei Ohtani has been putting himself out there, making a name for himself since he was on the Angels. And now he's performing at another caliber. And I think we're only going to continue to see him grow. Like, this man is, you can't compare someone like Shohei Ohtani.
Do you think you could compare Shohei Ohtani to Wayne Gretzky?
You know, I think Wayne Gretzky definitely also made a name for himself back in his era and in his time. So, yeah, like, nobody wanted to face Wayne Gretzky because, I mean, he had a defensive line team like McSorley, who also went wherever Gretzky went, McSorley went with him too. So, obviously, Shohei Ohtani doesn't have something like that, but nobody wanted to face those guys for a reason. And I feel like nobody wants to face Shohei Ohtani with the Dodgers for a reason. I would never want to face them. Are you kidding me? That roster, and it's like you don't want to face people like that, especially with Shohei Ohtani. Game over.
And you're not wrong. I mean, listen, Gretzky had 4 Stanley Cups. Ohtani has 1 championship. It looks like he's going to have a second World Series this year. And Gretzky had points records that still have not been broken. A goals record that just got broke this past season by Ovechkin. But if you hold a record for 20, 30 years, pretty impressive. Now, listen, the Dodgers have been beating the shit out of teams without Shohei Ohtani. And when I say without, I mean he was 1 for 30 before this 3 home run performance. But, I mean, when you watch Game 4 start of a series and the Dodgers are up 3-0 and Shohei Ohtani is your 4th pitcher and he's throwing that nasty-ass gas across the mound, I mean, this is just wild. I think the teams have no chance facing off against the Dodgers, whether it's the Mariners or the Blue Jays. I just don't see this happening. Pam, is it going to be Seattle or Toronto losing to the Dodgers?
Mariners for sure. I think Seattle for sure.
Seattle's going to come away, guys. That's Pam's take.
Absolutely. But they're going to lose. I mean, there's no one's going to beat the Dodgers.
This is tough. This is tough. This is tough. This is a really tough team to play. Guys, let us know in the comments if you think anybody, whether it be Seattle or Toronto, can beat the Dodgers this year. Good luck, American League. Vlad, Cal, get ready for Snell, Yamamoto, Glasnow, and the Dodgers' 4th pitcher, Shohei Ohtani. Man U beat Liverpool. Soccer, as everyone knows it, is stupid. Yesterday, though, evidently there was an important game deal somewhere in Liverpool or Man U or London. Liverpool loses at home to Man U to some guy named Harry Maguire off a header. Man U was plus 425
He's like a poster
underdogs.
child of Englishmen.
I mean, first time in a decade Man U have won at Anfield. If anybody knows what that is, doubt it. Doubt anybody knows what Anfield is. Pam, how big of a deal is this?
First of all, just because us Americans may not understand soccer like the English people do, like, that is everything to them. Like, us talking about baseball or NFL, like, that's nothing to them. This is an everything kind of game to them. For Man U to beat Liverpool at Anfield, something they also haven't won in Anfield in 10 years. It's massive for an English Premier League team because English Premier League teams are obviously the highest caliber of like soccer that you can get to. So they should all be able to be winning within a 10-year span at Anfield. So congrats to Man U for pulling it off. And for Liverpool, it's just not a good time for them because they've already been struggling. So to lose to Man U at Anfield, not looking good for Liverpool. But As for Harry Maguire, can we please just talk about how, like, I swear all English people look like that. I swear it. I swear I went to London twice last summer and they all have the same hairline, the same bone structure. They all look like that. And I need to know if anyone from England is watching this, why?
Well, listen, Andre
Why do they look like
Provo
that?
says soccer is better than any sport in America. Wow.
I agree.
Hot take.
I agree. I could not agree more.
Hot
Soccer
take.
is the #1 sport around the world for a reason. It's the #1 sport. And during the World Cup, that's why everybody becomes a soccer fan. Even Americans who don't like soccer watch the World Cup. Why?
Pam, do you understand that you're talking to an American who just literally didn't hear
You will
one
probably
word
watch
you
the World
said?
Cup. I bet you. You will watch the
Soccer-
World Cup.
Soccer is stupid. Let's get to a real sport. Football. Monday night preview. Bucks Lions. Bucks are 6-point dogs. They're getting 6 points in Detroit. Doesn't make any sense to me. I think it's a trap. Pam, do you think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to go into Detroit and win, or do you think the home Lions are the team that's going to take this one down?
Bucks, no doubt. No doubt. I think
Bucks
the Bucks
all day.
all day.
You're a big
No
Baker
doubt.
guy.
Huh?
You're a big Baker Mayfield guy. That's who you like at
That
quarterback.
is why I think Baker Mayfield's having his moment. I'm all for the Bucks. I think the Bucks are for sure going to win this one.
Listen, I'm a big Bucks guy. They look good this year, but I do not like this plus 6-point spread. It's too easy. It seems like Notorious says wham bam, thank you Pam. Let's go. Vano says Lions. Were you guys surprised by the blowout of the Rams Jags? Fragrance, I wouldn't say surprised, but I didn't think they'd win by that much. The Jags looked good against the Chiefs. Stop trying to be different. Shorty, Lions running through Tampa, Anthony says. Okay. Listen, guys, I like the Lions because Vegas is giving me the answer, right? The Bucks plus 6 is the most attractive bet ever. Tampa has 1 loss this year. Why are they getting 6 points? They look great. Listen, the Lions look good too, but to get 6 points, I'm taking the Lions tonight with the spread. I'm taking the Lions -6. I think they're going to have to win by a touchdown. Houston at Seattle's the other Monday night game tonight, guys. Seattle's 3-point favorites at home, which is screaming Seattle. Seattle, one of our producers today was telling me how hard it is to play in this place called Anfield, which I've never heard of. I don't know if he's heard of Seattle, all right, which is the toughest football stadium to play in.
I think
Not
Seattle's
easy.
the toughest city to be in.
Yeah, 12th man, all right, is the fans in Seattle, -3. Pam, who you got, the Texans or Seattle to win Monday Night Football tonight?
First, I want to say, Matt, have you ever been to Seattle?
I have, yes.
It's one of the most depressing cities I've ever been to in my entire life.
Yes, it reminds me of Buffalo.
No, I've
Where I
never
lived
been
for
to
5 years.
Buffalo. And it's depressing. If you're watching this, you're from Seattle. I'm so sorry for you. Like, the only times that you're happy is during the summer. So I'm going to go Houston because of that. Texans, 100%.
So you're going Texans.
I am,
Coming
yeah.
to Seattle.
Mhm.
CJ Stroud avenges his horrible season that he's had so far. You know we hate spreads, so let's get into some bets that you can actually make money on.
Ooh, we love
Any
money.
time of the night, guys. This is a $10 to win you. What was this deal? 10 to win you 160, I believe. Guys, this is my anytime touchdown of the night. Okay? You're going to parlay these together, and you're just going to 16x your money because why not? All right? Jahmyr Gibbs,
Why not?
lock. He's coming off a 7-point fantasy week, guys. Jahmyr Gibbs is getting in the end zone. Guess who's back this week? Mike Evans. You think Baker Mayfield's not going to target Mike Evans with Igbuka and Godwin out? You're out of your mind. Mike Evans returns, gets in the end zone, probably gets injured again mid-game. Rachaad White, running back for Tampa. Bucky Irving's out. I see this as a high-scoring game. Indoors, Detroit does not have a great run defense. Or maybe they do, and I'm lying. JSN, Darnold's favorite target. All right? They're going to get in the end zone at least twice. I'm thinking, again, JSN scores tonight. This is $10 to win you $165, guys. All right, go get your money. Now, let's get into our spider leg parlay, our favorite every week, the 8-leg spider. This is an absolute lock, guys. If you want to 8x your money right now, not even thinking about it, don't even blink an eye. This is basically free money. Not financial advice, but free money, okay? Let's show this spider leg parlay again on the screen for the good people of America and anybody who bets outside. All right, maybe Puerto Rico. Zach Charbonnet, over 20 yards rushing. I mean, this guy, every time as a Kenneth Walker fantasy owner, you think Kenneth Walker's going to score, guess what? He's coming out of the game, and Zach Charbonnet is going to eat up 8, 10, 12 yards by the end zone, score. He does that twice, 20 yards all day. Sam Darnold is putting 2 touchdowns in the end zone. Big Dick, Sammy D, once he left the Jets, has taken multiple teams to the promised land. Vikings wins 14 games with Seahawks look good this year. A.J. Barner, nobody knows or cares about him. Guess what? Sam Darnold loves him. He's catching 2 balls. Baker Mayfield, over 200 yards in the air. This is an alt passing over. This is the easiest bet of the entire night. There's no way. Baker throws for 400 yards. You're taking it. You're teasing it down to 200. Come on. Do you like free money? Do you? Next up, Jahmyr Gibbs to have 10 yards receiving. He's not going to catch 2 passes for 10 yards. Stop it. Mike Evans comes back. Like I said, Baker's favorite target. This is easy all day. He's going to catch 3 balls. And David Montgomery will rush for 25 yards. I promise you guys, it's a no-doubter. Go take your profits. Go take your profits. This is easy. You deserve it, okay? Listen, guys, good luck tonight. Everyone, before we head out, thoughts and prayers to the muscle hamster. Dill, who writes this stuff? The muscle hamster. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was, is that his nickname?
Yeah.
The muscle hamster. R.I.P. Doug Martin, guys. One of the greatest running backs ever. This is absolutely ridiculous. This guy was drafted in 2012, last played for the Raiders in 2018. I couldn't believe it. Only 36 years old, too young to be reporting this guy. Super, super sad story. We don't know the details of what happened. But for a guy who was drafted in 2012, as football fans, we only got 6 years out of him to watch his greatness. He had in his rookie or second year, I think he had a 200 rushing yards on 4 touchdowns. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. Really, 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 really legendary running back. Really, really sad story. Too young. That's our show today, guys. Sorry to end on a sad note. Dappz Live every day, 12 p.m. Be sure to check out our gambling and fantasy content at Dappz Sports on YouTube. Up or down Thursdays at noon. I am Dappz, the lovely one and only Pam Bam going ham. All right, give her a follow on Instagram, guys. Up or down Thursdays at noon. We will see you tomorrow.
Bye.